let's see.
I need to talk to you about something when we get off.
Okay, not a problem. Not a problem at all. Well, I get to go have another root canal
Oh no.
from the looks of it. Yeah. The and it may be on the same tooth that I had the root canal a year ago.
Good grief.
Yeah. Um,
Can
but
you
I've
not do
got
an implant or something instead?
well, quite frankly, if he tells me it's on the same tooth, I'll be darned if I'm paying $2,700. Hi, Brittany, to do a root canal when I can pay 5,000 and have an implant and be done with it.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
know, I mean, I've already paid $2,700 on that same tooth. So if
Yeah.
he tells me that, that'll be, yeah, there, I won't be doing it. But they're not sure. They can't tell which tooth it is exactly. So I have to go for a consultation to find out which tooth it is.
Oh
And
goodness.
quite frankly, it's infected. I told him it was infected 2 weeks ago, and that I don't, you don't know your own body as what they seem to think.
Yeah.
Um, I knew 2 weeks ago it was infected, and I told him it was infected when I went in to have it adjusted, and um, but you know, so now I'm on antibiotics, nasty, horrible antibiotics, and I get to go back and see about another root canal, but we'll
Well,
see
that's
because
not
if
fun.
it's a different tooth, it's a different story. Ha,
Yeah.
Barbara, they're going to charge me for the X-rays. They're charging me for everything, and they root canals can fail. That's the problem is that the root canal can there a root canal can crack. A tooth can crack after the root canal, so it's not unheard of.
We got lots of people here. Brittany and Julie and Barbara and Mindy and Brenda and Lori.
Lori.
Good to
And
see all of
hello,
you.
everyone. I'm so glad you're here. I'm sorry we were a few minutes late. Lisa was working with orthodontist. She had to call the orthodontist, and my mom called me just a little bit before I was supposed to be on, so I hadn't gotten my computer set up and stuff like that. So between the two of us, we were late,
But we're here.
but we're here. Lisa looks like she might be here, but a little bit injured.
Oh, I've got this place. It's right here that swells up and it really, really, really hurts.
Hmm.
And it hurts if I move my wrist. It hurts when I use my thumb. And I've just been trying to deal with it. And
Hmm.
I really need something that actually limits my thumb movement more too. But this is what I had, and I finally decided, okay, I got to put this on and wear it. I've been dealing with this wrist for months, and it's just not getting any better.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna
Um,
be wearing a thing now, which I hate absolutely. But
you
anyway,
might see if you can get a compression glove to put underneath that because that would
that's a good
hold
idea.
that you could wear both of the compression glove. I have them, and Jeff has some. Um, the compression glove will go up your thumb higher. Mine, let me show you on my hand. Mine comes up my thumb about to here, so it compresses this knuckle right here,
Yeah,
and it does come up my fingers here, but it's not individual fingers. It's just a
right.
band. Jeff's are individual fingers, but you could wear that under your brace, and it would hold this section of your thumb more. Um,
Yeah.
so that would be an option to help to hold that thumb more. Lori said she did some damage at Rhinebeck.
Oh,
uh
yay, Lori.
Lori,
That's a
i
good thing.
I didn't buy that much spinning stuff at Rhinebeck, but man, did I do some damage. And I was being good the year we went.
I would
The
love
injury
to
is
have a
from
chance to go sometime.
the
Yes,
injury
Barbara,
it,
that's exactly right.
yeah.
Um, It's probably, I mean, and then everything you do after that just aggravates it.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, I injured it, 2 or 3 months ago, and, um, I've just been, you know, just keep it on doing because you can't not do anything.
Right.
I mean,
Yep.
anything you do and you use this hand, and you'd be surprised how much you use your non-dominant hand. You really do need two, you know. God knew what
Yep.
He was doing when He gave us two hands. Um, but anyway, I've got to do the best I can. So
Yeah.
Barbara says she got her brace from an occupational therapist's office. She adjusted it to fit exactly. Well, if I can't find something that works, I may have to go do that. But I don't have an occupational therapist, so um, I'm sure I could find one for a price.
Mindy says, "Do we even dare ask what you bought and for how much?" Yep.
Well, we do want to know, Lori. What did you get? Well, you're going to tell us on your channel, right? You're going to do a haul video, a Rhinebeck haul video, or
Oh,
a
she better
Rhinebeck
do a
damage
Rhinebeck.
video.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I would love to see that. I'll be looking for video. Okay, I was going to show y'all just some things that I grabbed real quick at Walmart. I was in looking at just went over to look at their Christmas stuff, and I decided this year I wanted to do a traditional red and green Christmas book. I haven't done that in a long time. And oh, she might do it live. Well, tell us when. Um,
Mm.
because I haven't done red and green traditional Christmas in a long time, and most of the old stuff I have that's Christmas is traditional red and green. So anyway, I thought this would be a cute cover if I can get my hand to work. Um, that this would make a cute cover, and then I got this little one that I could put on the front. Anyway, I thought that would be really cute. And then they had these, which what I'm thinking about we could do for any time. It wouldn't have to be Christmas, but you can take them apart. They're two pieces of wood glued together with a piece of paper between them, and we could take them apart and put our own artwork in there. And I thought that would be really fun for Christmas or for other journals and stuff too. So I just thought I'd let y'all see those things in case you were um, in the mood to think about a Christmas journal and there might be something you were interested in. Mindy
Brittany's
says you
go.
will. No might.
Brittany says she's going to Hobby Lobby because there's a Hobby Lobby gift card in her wallet. Uh-huh.
Oh, yay.
And I don't know if we said hello to Brittany and Julie, but guys, if we missed anybody, and Barbara, the second Barbara's here, so guys, hello. I'm so glad everybody's here.
Yes, me too. Me too. You can go back to both of us now.
Oh, okay. If you say so, ma'am.
I do.
Um, I did get my stitching done, but I didn't get my gluing done. I managed to get the stitching. Oh, I have to tell y'all, Lisa, you know how big your Mariner is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's pretty good size, right?
Yeah, it's a decent size. It's not big like a Suburban, but it's
No.
next to it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Marcia came today with her Janice, with her SUV and a friend. We packed that sucker so high you couldn't see out the back, and the back seats were filled. The back was filled. We couldn't have gotten another sack in. Helen would have had to put them under her feet, and I
Oh
don't think
my
that would have been
goodness.
very comfortable. That's how much
No.
stuff I had quickly, let alone what else I'm going to find when I
Hi,
really get
Janice.
through
Hi,
everything.
Nettie.
Hi, Nettie.
Good
Hi,
to see
Janice.
you.
Anyways, and mom asked me 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks ago, something about, right before she moved. She wanted green embroidery thread, right? Because
Right.
she didn't have any green embroidery thread. Well, I am trying to just organize her thread a little bit so that I can see what she's got. And this morning there must have been 15 green embroidery threads. So
Well,
why
you
she
can't
asked
have too
me,
much green.
yes, but she didn't. I don't think she needed mine. I
She
just don't
didn't
think
know. She didn't know what she had, and that's easy to
Well,
do.
I just think she didn't know where she had it all stashed, is what I
Yeah.
think. Um,
Maybe I don't know if you've been around while we've been doing this. I don't think we've seen you, but we're making tea bag books,
yeah, we are.
and
We
we're
are.
having so much fun with tea bags.
And I need my three-dimensional tape, and I don't see where it went to. It's probably in the nether regions over here
Uh-oh.
in where it's falling down again. Yep, that's exactly where it went. If I did get my clean corner back.
Yay.
The sewing table is still a piled up mess that I did have clean, but my corner is clean again because it all went out in Marcia's SUV this morning. So one can never have too much green. Yes, but you only need so much green embroidery thread. It's like
That's true.
I can't. I mean, I get if it wasn't the kind of green she wanted, but there was so many different colors. I couldn't imagine that she didn't have something that would have worked.
Yeah.
So, ooh, a clean corner. Yes, Brittany, that first corner I cleaned up, it had 8 huge garbage bags full of stuff, plus more in smaller bags piled on top of it in there this morning. And she came and she took it away. And I am so pleased that she took it away. Yes.
Okay. My brain is completely blocked, I guess.
Uh oh.
I guess I need to let's just do this. It's such a mess that anything I do will be okay on it.
Um, Julie, I'm not sure if gum tree green is a green. I would know our what we call gum trees. I'm not sure what you call gum trees. So is it a bright limey green or is it something different? Well, I've got it easy for right now because all I have to do is glue the parts and pieces I already figured out.
Well, that's good.
Um, for right this second.
I have never heard of gum tree green, so now I really need to know what that is.
Well, um, around here they're actually a type of sycamore. They have these really weird pokey ball seed pod things that come off of them. They're about this big around, and they have these little hooks on them, and they call that a gum tree here. It's not. It's a darker gray green sort of. Okay, so that's about what the sycamores here look like. It's a, sort of a darker.
Well, my sycamore tree has balls on it.
Yeah.
It's like a million little seeds. If you crush them, they're just millions of.
Oh yeah, millions. And is it pokey? Is that ball kind of a dried pokey thing?
Well, it's not. I mean, I guess I've never thought of it as pokey. I mean, you can hold it in your hand and roll it around, and you can feel it pokey, but it's not sharp pokey.
Okay. These are hard and they have like little hook pokey things on them. So they are not. They don't.
So
They're not
it
sharp,
must be
but
different.
yeah. But and they call them gum, but it's a type of sycamore.
Yeah.
We
Well, I
had
did
gum
have
trees in front
somebody
of our
tell
house.
me that they called those gumball trees.
Yeah.
Um, but because that's anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm sure that that's probably a similar tree. Sweet gum, yeah, sweet gum, Jamie. There you go.
hey Jamie, good to see you.
And they explode when green in a fire and only pop when brown and hurts like the devil when they're barefoot. That's true. They do hurt like the heck when they're barefoot. Sweet gums are what I'm talking about. Yep.
Okay, well that's
And
definitely
I
what we have because if you step on them, I mean, we used to go out when we were barefooted and crush them with our feet on purpose because
Oh, yeah, no, no. These things are like owie.
And the
Okay,
stuff
some
inside, when is real fibrous, when it crushes just millions of little fibrous things.
yeah. Aunt Bex showed them when she lived in Greenville. Ah, okay. Oh, Julie just sent us a picture. Let's see. Oh, this is totally not like our gum tree, Julie. Um, let's see if I can get it bigger. It has long, skinny leaves. Totally not like a sweet gum tree here. You can't hardly see them, but
It's
it looks very sagey. To me, that looks kind of like what I would call a sagey green.
Oh, I love sage green.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of
Deep
my favorite
green
greens.
permaculture, but they're kind of long. These are long and thin, and the sweet gums that we have kind of a, I don't know. It's a shape kind of. It's it's kind of like a hibiscus leaf. In all honesty, to me.
Hi, Renee.
Hi, Renee. Yep, sage green is yummy. Uh huh. I agree. And I have no idea what mom wanted to embroider because whatever she wanted to embroider, she never did it. So she told me today she didn't know if she was going to be able to do without her sewing machines because she just didn't. I mean, I don't know why she's saying that because she wasn't sewing at home. It's like, okay, whatever, mom. Okay. She got 17 more things to do at the center, but she might need her sewing machine.
Hi,
Okay, I got
Sherry.
another half a folio done. Let's see, this side's not done at all, so I got to do something with that side. So we'll put that up there. Hi, Cherry. That's pretty with that piece of lace on there.
I think so. I was trying to think about adding something else to it, but I'm not sure it needs anything else.
Yeah, can you bring your camera down just a little bit so we can see it just a little bit better? That's good. Oh, that's pretty. Julie tried to miss pig's paint to get that color and kept getting army green. Yeah, sometimes it's really hard to get what you want. Needless to say, I did not cut my threads loose when I was sewing this morning. I didn't get these stitched until this morning. I got to go tomorrow and clean Mom's kitchen. That is going to be an all-day affair.
Thanks, Brenda.
Uh-oh, Janice, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Um, I don't feel great, but it's the antibiotics I'm having to take for my tooth. So, pharmacist come to the window. He goes, "Well, how much about this do you know?" And I'm like, "Oh, I know the drill." I said it's gonna bother me. I said, but the amoxicillin's not gonna do the job. He says, "Yep." He said, "So if it gets bad, you call a doctor." I'm like, "Yeah, I will." I said, "But I've been here before. I know what antibiotics are going to do. I hate taking antibiotics,
Yeah, me too.
but I
Luckily, I
can
haven't
almost.
had to in a long time.
Well, the I had to last year. This was so infected last year that It took 3 rounds of antibiotics before I was done.
I remember that. It took forever and ever.
Oh yeah. Well, I this time it's already been a month since they put the cap on. I told the dentist, I said next time I'm going to have you grind the sharp parts off and we're not going to put a cap on it. I said I'll be darned if I'm going to go through this every time. It
Yeah.
didn't hurt at all. The only thing about the tooth being broken was the fact that it was sharp. And it's like it's hurt ever since he put the cap on. But yeah, I asked her about an implant because if I have to have a second root canal on the same tooth, we'll be pulling it out. I'm not gonna go through this constantly.
No, I don't blame you. It's not worth it.
Yeah. Well, and I don't think even on the other tooth I'm going to, although I just paid for the cap on it, um, I don't think I'm going to have a root canal on it. I mean, I might as well have it taken out and dealt with right now. I know it's painful to have those implants put in, but
Um, ooh,
ooh,
I've been waiting for the perfect place to put this card, and I think this book is it.
ooh, yes.
I do. It's just
Mhm.
going to be perfect in this book. Thank you again,
Mhm.
Nettie. I've been saving this for something, and I just looked up and saw it and was like, okay, this is the book it belongs in because it's got to
Isn't
go
it
in the
fun?
right place.
Yeah, isn't it fun when it just says, "Hey, come here."
Yeah. Me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I think the back sides of those, yeah. Oh, that's good. That glue went all the way through. So we're gonna have to lay it this way to let it get dry.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, it's all right. Okay, this one is just missing one side, so oh, I gotta work on that one. Oh, this one. We can work on this. Yes, let's work on this.
This one Nettie Munson sent to me. She sent me two, and I put one in my everything book, and I saved this one for something special. And I've decided this book is that something special. I
I
had it
think it.
sitting right up here in front of me for the whole time. I mean, it's been a long time, and it's
Well,
been
mine is
sitting up here waiting for the right place.
unfortunately mine is over there in that unbelievable pile that I had hoped to be to by now. Thrift stores. Yeah, our thrift stores don't seem to have very many as far as the old style kind, with fun pictures. Once in a while I run into one, but estate sales especially I seem to find more with good pictures. I find more cards with good pictures at estate sales. So
Yeah, and that's one thing that typically they don't overprice at estate sales.
yeah, yeah,
And they do a lot of things, but cards seems to be something that they don't necessarily overprice.
yeah.
At
I
least that's
think
been my experience.
I got the ones I got at the last estate sale for like 50 cents a deck. They may have been $1.
Yeah.
Um, but that's I'll pay that if the picture's really fun. Um, yeah, Renee says estate sales and garage sales. Yeah, of course. Jeff and I went garage sale shopping couple weeks ago, and we did not find a single thing at the garage sales. We went to I think 7 garage sales. Neither one of us bought a single thing. Um, so we went to a couple of thrift stores, and even the thrift stores I didn't find that much. Of course, at the moment my house is so filled with stuff I don't dare find anything.
Yeah. I understand. And I don't have my mom's stuff. So I can imagine what that would be like. Oh,
Well, and mom said, "But you didn't get rid of any of the cotton fabric, did you?" And I'm like, "Mother, what do you expect me to do with this stuff? I mean, really and truly, am I supposed to keep it for, the next 20 years like you have?" I was like, "No, mom, I only got rid of the really yucky uh tricot and stuff that should have been gotten rid of 20 years ago."
yeah.
So now, that doesn't mean there's not cottons and stuff that I'm going to get rid of. It just means that I got rid of the stuff that I cannot understand why she kept. Stuff like that blue piece that we did the ugly challenge with. It's like, and I was like, okay. Now I did bring a couple of those pieces home. Oh, a while back to use as furniture covers and stuff like that in the Jeff uses that kind of fabric out in the garage to cover up things that he doesn't want to get real dirty or
Uh-uh.
things like that. Is that a piece of that green paper that you've got?
Yeah, this is some mulberry paper.
Mm. Yes, I hope Janice is feeling better. She said she doesn't feel good and she's thinking about going home. Okay, so this is going to be a little journal of its own. So since I got it finished to that stage, I'm going to find some coffee dyed paper to put in it. At least I'm hoping to find some coffee dyed paper to put in it. That might mean I have to go to the other room because, you know, I thought I had some in there. Nope, I don't. Okay, well, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get a couple of pieces to tear up.
Well, that's sad, Barbara. She says she doesn't know if her city even has estate sales. Probably not. And as far as garage sales go, she's rarely had any success, so she stopped going.
Huh. Well, here there's a lot of different estate sale companies, and
You
um
just hire somebody to come in and do it for you when your loved one
right,
passes
yeah,
away.
and honestly, a lot of them only take customers that have fancy high-end antique furniture and stuff like that. The company I like to go to, she'll take on clients where they have stuff, just stuff, and uh she'll one of the first times when I got on her email list, um okay, if I told you that she was estate sailing a hoarder house, that is exactly what it would be because the children had already had a giant bonfire before they ever had her come in. And if I said giant, I mean the size of a car bonfire. And then she came in and it was 3 weeks long. She did stuff, but I found a bunch of things. But this woman had stuff piled everywhere, just everywhere.
Me too, Julie. I'm praying for Janet a new laptop too.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. If she needs one.
Yeah,
Is that
hers
what
died
that?
and she can't do anything online without it. So she's kind of
Oh,
stuck.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we haven't seen her.
Yeah. Well, she just
Mm.
posted in Facebook today that she will be not around. So
Oh, dear.
that's so sad. Janet, um, Baum.
Yeah,
Well,
I
Janet,
thought that's
who, well, Janice Glines was asking. Um,
okay.
Janet
But it's
Baum, who moderates for everybody.
yeah,
She's like the behind the scenes guru of everybody.
right.
Uh,
And her laptop just died.
yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I think I like that. I don't think it really needs much more. I might put a little bit of this behind right here just to add a little bit more color. Um, but I pulled out the green in the, I don't know if you can see it very good. I pulled out the green from the trees. Yeah, um I
Sorry, I
think
went
that's a
on.
great idea, Barbara.
What is that?
She said she was thinking she'd be happy to send her art supply allowance for this month to Janet towards a new computer.
Hmm.
Karen Shawn, hello.
Hi, Karen.
We're glad you're here. Karen needs someone to come to her house and organize her craft room. Don't we all?
Don't we all? Uh-huh. I would give anything if someone had come to my house and organized my craft room. Um, Next time my sister gets to come down, because she won't be staying with mom, she might be in my craft room, which would be a considerable scary event. That's the only problem. It would be very scary for me. My sister knows how to get rid of stuff. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, I have somebody living in house who could do it if I just would allow it, but I know what would happen. Stuff I love would be thrown away.
Well, Jeffrey wouldn't throw my stuff away, but the problem with Jeff's organization skills is he doesn't always remember where he puts things. And even when he organizes his own stuff, things can be in the where he can't find them. He once looked for something for over a week, and I went downstairs. I said, "Well, where is it supposed to be?" And I went downstairs and I looked right where he told me it was supposed to be, and that's where it was. Right in the place he said. So, but my sister she's a very good at getting rid of stuff. She's been to mom's. Any place that she had worked at mom's was so much easier to pack up than the other places. And mom had these baskets in the kitchen. They're almost all of them antiques. Okay. So the last thing I need is baskets of 30 baskets in my house, but I brought them home because they're all antique.
Do
At
you think any of
least
your sisters might want some of them?
my sisters were told the last 2 times they've been down here in the last 5 years, they needed to take what they wanted then because I wasn't dealing with it after the fact.
Yeah.
So they have both taken what they wanted. Lisa actually got some things off the wall last time and took them out and had them, what do you call that? Had them packed to
Oh,
ship
uh-huh.
home. She shipped a portrait of my mom and some other things. You need my sister to come and make her throw away my scrap paper, but I think I will need them for later. That's true. That's the problem, Karen. I can't. Okay, I'm going to tell you. I told you about the thread, right? There's at least 12 boxes of thread. At least. And special drawers of different kinds of thread. I don't know how she could have gotten so much thread. I really don't.
Hi, Mina.
Hi, Mina. My brother is so absent-minded. Found it in the fridge. See, Jeff doesn't do that kind of thing. He puts things up. He just doesn't remember where he put them. That's Jeff's problem. He just doesn't remember where he put it when he puts it up. Okay, let's see here. Oh, how about that? This is going to work perfectly.
I'm the same way, Lori, and it's making it very hard because I've got
Hmm.
enough stuff. I could probably make a journal a day for the rest of my life, but I obviously am not going to. So some of it probably needs to go, but it's all precious.
Well, and it's like, okay, and which precious stuff do we let go? And somebody just sent
Exactly.
me. Okay, I just told you I'm getting rid of thousands and thousands of pounds of fabric, and someone sent me fabric, but it's
Oh,
such
but
pretty
the
fabric.
fabric I sent you was precious. It
Yes, it
wasn't
is.
grungy fabric.
And it's like, oh my gosh, I just have to make a journal with this. I just have to. This is just absolutely gorgeous. Oh, and look how pretty it goes with with coffee dyed paper.
Yep,
Mwah.
yep.
Okay, but when am I going to have time to do that? That's the next question.
Well, I can't answer you that. We have too many things we want to do.
Yeah.
Too many projects, not enough time.
Well, and I have not actually worked all month, and next week I have two shows. So so I don't know how I'm going to do. It's like, oh, okay. Uh-huh. Yeah, I have two shows. What am I gonna do? I don't know.
Well, just pull out all the things that you haven't put in the other shows because you didn't know anybody would want them, and put it out there, and there'll be somebody who wants it.
Problem is, I did that last month,
Oh, okay. Well, I'm out of ideas then.
but I do have some things. Yes, I have some things, and yep. And if they don't want what I've got, I guess that's the end of it. But that's okay. I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay.
Julie says, "Don't let yourself get to the stage where you're keeping boxes of autumn leaves in the cupboard like Auntie Margaret did."
Oh well, I don't know. I don't think I have autumn leaves in the cupboard. No, I
Karen
have.
says, "I think I would be able to make 3 journals a day, and my fabric stock, don't even want to talk about that."
Well, Karen, I don't know if you've been listening in and just lurking, but I just brought my mother's sewing room over here, but I didn't realize she had stashed in the front bedroom closet more fabric and stuff like that. So I have, like 40 boxes of fabric that weren't even mine.
And then you
So,
have plenty of your own.
oh yeah, I have plenty of my own. Oh yes. Okay. There we go. What I will do is I will take this to the sewing machine and I will stitch that up later. And then I have a cute little journal to tuck into my big pocket. Hi, Kimberly. Oh, is it true confession time?
It has kind of turned out that way.
Okay,
Good to
I
see you,
did a
Kimberly.
very embarrassing studio tour, right? But you guys don't understand. That's just my studio. At the moment, my living room space is down to enough room to walk around the fronts of two chairs, which even in front of the television, where the television sits higher, there are boxes piled in front of the television. You cannot walk in the living room. That is
Aren't
how
you
bad
glad
it
you have a
is.
remote?
Yes, if we didn't have a remote, I couldn't watch TV. You really couldn't. There's just no movement in there. And the dining room, I told mom, I can't have Thanksgiving because you can't move in the dining room. Karen, I used to manage Bernina dealerships. Um, I did it for years, and they all seem to have fabric. And the last one is actually now a quilting store. They have huge. amounts of the most beautiful quilt fabrics you've ever seen. But needless to say, I have more fabric myself than a store normally has. So having mom have bringing hers into my house, it just I stitched around a lot of these things this morning, so I'm just
Oh, I
a
like
lot of them are
that.
just this one.
Yeah, both sides.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it too. I thought it was. This is probably a center folio, so
Yeah,
I don't
I
know if.
think it should be. It just
Yeah.
looks they offset each other really pretty.
I thought it did. It needs to be done on the back, I think.
I'm trying to decide where the words need to go.
Well, see, and I haven't put any words on mine yet, so don't know what I'm gonna do about that. The other problem is I brought three more sewing machines into my house. Like I needed three more sewing machines.
Oh dear.
You can only use one at a time.
That is true.
Now, I haven't had my serger out of the box since we moved, so um, I will probably get rid of it. That and it's froze up right now.
Yeah. So it needs some TLC.
Yeah. Um, Julie, I possibly could sell them, but shipping, uh, I had to ship my sewing machine from South Dakota down here to have it serviced when I was up there. It froze up. The shipping on that sewing machine was almost $400, and that was 8 years ago.
Oh my goodness. I can't even
Oh yeah,
imagine.
yeah. So to sell them where I have to ship them somewhere is just outrageous amount of money. Um, and I had my original box and original packaging, and so the UPS guys, they didn't even have to put it in a box. It was all in the boxes they come from Switzerland in. So yeah, it's pickup only. We'll see if it's even worth trying to do that with. I will probably, if depending upon what I'm getting rid of, just like the fabric that got picked up today, um, Marcia's guild, that sewing guild that she belongs to over there, they do a lot of really good work. She told me about, well, there's half a pair of pajamas that mom had cut out, but I can't find the other pieces. So until I can find all the pieces, I didn't want to send them off somewhere and have parts and pieces. She said the pregnancy center takes things for toddlers as well, as because mom used to sew that kind of thing for Medicaid actually has a program, and the hospital here, and she used to sew little kids clothes for what do you call that, for the schools, the teachers, for grade school kids, little kids that might have an accident or something and not have another. So yes, and so the group that I might try it, Sherry, if for some of the things, the more expensive things like mom's machines and things, when we do get rid of, I probably will try to do some selling, because the one mom's been the newest one was, thousands of dollars because of what it is. Um, so it's worth some money. Um, but there was a lot of fabric and stuff that's cut out and different things, and I'm not going to fuss with that. So I gave it to Marcia because her guild will actually finish those things and donate them and that kind of stuff. So that's a one of the places I sent things today. But the school would probably be a good spot too. I just started to stitch around my things too. That is fun. And oh no, I then by this garage sale sewing machine. I have 5 machines and one serger. Yeah. You know, when I sewed all the time, it was one thing. I just don't sew all the time anymore. And I have I just remembered I forgot I have another sewing machine. I have
Y'all
my
reminded me. I went to a thrift store and I got some.
Ooh, what did you get? Oh, wait just a minute. Let me make you big. Let me put my glue away. Just a minute. Just a minute. I gotta glue this down. Wait for me. Wait for me.
Okay, okay, be
I gotta
patient
see
for
this. I
that.
gotta see this. I gotta see the whole thing. Oh, that is just. Oh.
It's a plastic doily like those little red ones I have.
Uh
And then here's this one.
huh.
Well, let me move that so you can see this one better. Anyway, I was thinking about spraying
Through
um
that.
through
Uh
that
huh.
on here and see how it works. I don't know.
Well, you could always try it on one that's not a page.
Yeah. I also found they also had these, which these are cheap nothings, but I think they'll be pretty on the jelly plate.
Yeah, probably will.
So anyway, I was
Nettie just said
excited.
jelly. Nettie just said jelly. Uh huh.
Yep, yep. Well, these will get used on the jelly plate too, I'm sure. Well, and I may not. I may use these just for dyeing paper.
Yeah, because they on the jelly plate they take some abuse, and those
They
things get
do.
dry rotted real easy.
Yeah, and it's already got some places where it's, you know,
Yeah. The last tablecloth I got at the thrift store recently. I opened it at the thrift store to make sure it wasn't too tore up. It had one or two places, but by the time I got it home, just refolding it um,
oh,
made breaks in it. So
I,
they do dry rot.
I need to show you the other stuff I got while I've got you on
Oh
captive.
yes, she's holding back. Did you get this? Did you realize this guy? She's just holding back what she found. Oh oh oh.
Okay.
No, Karen, she got those at the thrift store.
Yeah, at the thrift
I
store.
Yeah, I've never seen those plastic ones. That looks like rug yarn.
It is tapestry
Tapestry
wool.
wool.
Yeah. But
Mmm.
it looks like the color of avocado dyed papers.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it was a really pretty color. I don't always buy this, but I am wanting to do some tapestry and I just love that color. So I got that for $1, I think. And then there was this little pad of papers.
Oh, that's
I
cool
don't
papers.
I thought so. I'm not, a big scrapbook paper person, but for one thing I've got two sides and then
Yeah.
there's two copies, so I can use each side once. This was a Hobby Lobby. It came from Hobby Lobby. And then have y'all ever seen one of these?
What is that?
It's called a Buddha board. I'll get back to it in a minute because I want to try it out because it still had the plastic wrap on it. It had never even been
Huh.
opened. And I'll get back to that in a minute. And then
Okay.
this book,
Parchment paper. Ooh.
but it's I'm not sure. I think well, most of it is the parchment paper. Okay, it looked like there were several things in here, but it's just one piece of something else on top.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's kind of a green It says it's ivory, but it looks green to me. It's a very pale green, but it has a greenish cast. Anyway, for $1, I thought that was pretty good. It's pretty full. It's not 100, not all 100 of them aren't in there, but there's quite a bit in there. And well, paper's hard to resist. And then I got this little book because it was a cute size, I thought, for a journal, and
I was
it's
gonna
kind of
say,
a cloth covering, and there's
uh-huh.
not much on it, so it's an open
Yeah,
canvas.
easily turned into a journal.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then I've already taken out. Um, I always like to incorporate some of the pages from the real book back into it, so I've taken out some of the pages to do that with. And then here's some pictures I took out that I thought I might cut out and use in glue books. So I got that far with doing something with that, but oh, that's gonna.
Um, she's gonna show us, Mindy. Later she's gonna show us that board, that
Yeah,
Buddha
I will
board.
in just a minute. Okay, and then I got this. It's called A Flight of Butterflies, and this is a book um, from the Metropolitan Museum of Art,
Does
and
it
it's like a reproduction
okay.
of a
Oh,
book
okay.
from Japan.
Oh,
And
okay.
the original was published in 1904.
Oh my.
And this is the words from the original, and then they've got them in English here. And it's like a little story. Um, and so you're supposed to open it like this to read it. And it's just a bunch of butterflies.
Well, because at the last estate sale, the I think it was the last estate sale hall, I got that butterfly book that's like it's like an expanding concertina book. Does that one do? Yes, that one does that too.
Yeah.
Mine isn't. That's not the same book that I got, but it does that same kind of thing, and it's in a cover.
Anyway, it's I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's really cool. And the fabric is like, I don't know, like silk fabric or something. The cover,
Hmm.
but it's just glued onto the front and glued onto
Yeah,
the
and glued
back,
onto the back, and then
and all the
that's
backs of the pages are empty, but they're kind
yeah,
of stuck together a little bit, that which I find odd.
yeah, because mine opens
Anyway,
up. Mine you could open up and lay out flat, but
yeah.
none of the backs of the pages have anything on them, which I thought was kind of weird.
Anyway, I thought you could open this one up flat, but you can't. I just now
Uh,
realize that. Anyway, that was one of those things where you could get 3 books for $1.25. So I got that little book and this book, and then I got this book, which is it's the official encyclopedia of baseball. So it's just
oh,
full of baseball statistics.
oh, about statistics. Ooh, that'll be cool pages.
Yeah, all the way up to 1955. It has all
Oh,
the statistics up to 1955. So
okay.
if it was 1956, I would be all up to date. But since it's 2021, it's kind of old. Yes, Julie, this is actually purple. It's very, very purple.
And Janice says she thinks some of those are kimono patterns,
I
and
wouldn't
I
be
wouldn't
surprised.
doubt it.
It doesn't mention that, but all it does they're wood block illustrations. And there's a little story um, in the front, and then that's talking about the butterflies. Um, anyway, none of the butterflies are like major works of art. I mean, they're pretty, but they're simple. They're the kinds of things that. Well,
Yeah.
that's pretty good. But I mean, some of them are really simple, and I really liked that about it, that it was stuff that I could use and not feel guilty.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Mhm. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Now then, let me get some water and we'll play with this Buddha board. It's just this little board and a brush, a paintbrush, and I think you do it like this so you can see. So it
Yeah,
sets up as a piece of art.
I'll be right back. I want to see that, but I'll be right back. I got to open the
Okay, I'll
door.
wait.
Okay.
Let me find some water.
You all right? Just 4 hours. Okay. The tea fairy worker man, wonderful husband just came home, and I was trying to get to the door before he got there, but I didn't make it. So, okay. So those are little Buddha stencils.
I don't know what they are. There's stickers of some kind.
Uh-huh.
Um, and I guess they're maybe to decorate it. I don't know. But you're supposed to do it like this and then fill this right here with water
Okay.
so that you can paint on it and you can come back later and paint on it again. I was trying to see if it tells you how long it lasts.
Oh, so in other words, whatever you paint disappears.
Yeah, it just dries and goes away and you paint another one. Um,
Oh, so it's like an etch a sketch.
Kind of, yeah. It says master the art of letting go and enjoy the moment.
Oh,
So you
that's
just paint
cool.
something and then just let it happen.
Whoa. So it's an etch a sketch for grown-ups.
There you go.
Now that's a
Anyway,
dang cool toy.
you have to get the brush pretty wet. I just I'm just playing with it and realizing if you don't get the brush pretty wet, then it won't stay on very long.
Barbara
But it
says the stickers, if you turn them the other way, they are seated Buddha.
Oh,
See if
I
you
see that now. I say it looked like something with horns to me.
I was gonna say it looked like a bull to me, so now I
Yeah,
see it. Yep.
I can see it
Uh-huh.
now. Yeah. Um. Anyway, and then you can just let it sit, and you've got your art for the day.
Too cool.
And I don't know how long it lasts, but you can see some of it's already drying up.
Mm-hmm. Janice,
Anyway,
how long how long does it stay on there? Just it would probably depend on the humidity in the house, because some of it,
probably.
and how
And
wet
it's
you
pretty
got it.
dry here, so
Yeah, and so part of it is disappearing already.
and I can see some of it puddled. I don't know what
For the minute does not last long at all. Janice says that
yeah.
is really cool though.
But I can see this being something that would be fun if you were just listening to a book, an audio book or something, and you just wanted to play. And you can even,
Meditative.
it
Meditative is would
yeah,
make me
and
think.
it goes
Yeah.
away even as you're painting, you know,
Uh-huh.
which I find interesting. But I don't know what they cost. I don't know anything about that. I just know this one was $2 at the thrift store. And since it still had the paper on it, I mean plastic on it, I went ahead and bought it because,
Yeah.
why not? I've seen them around. I just didn't know what they were.
Yeah.
It's like it's a very thin piece of something wrapped around plastic. So it's not, it's some kind of paper, I guess. Anyway, I can't see it being
Lori
very
says
sturdy.
16 to $27. So you
Okay.
got a
I did
good deal.
okay. It says it's environmentally friendly, only uses water, no ink, no paint, no chemicals, and will last for years with proper care, it says. Um, but this is a mini, so they have a big one too. This is the Buddha board mini,
Well, that's probably why they're, up to
different
27
prices.
bucks. Yeah.
Yeah. This one says on it 12.95.
Mm.
I was gonna see if it says, I don't see a date on it anywhere because
Janice says
it.
hers is smaller than that one for sure.
I would say this one is
The
well, let's
size
just
of a CD is what it looks
yeah,
like.
pretty much. It's the workspace is 5 by 5. So let's put these back in this box.
But that's cool. That's very cool.
And I'm just gonna let it sit until it dries before I fold it up and put it up, just in case.
Yeah, you don't want to
Okay,
take a chance and have it just one second, I'm gluing something down.
that's fine. Have it mold or something like that.
Yeah,
That would
have it
not be good.
mold. You wouldn't want to. Her Janice's husband bought it for her about 5 years ago. How fun!
Do you use it often, Janice?
And Julie says you could practice being
Calligraphy
quicker
or
with
something.
your. Well, yeah, you could practice your calligraphy. You could practice doing your paint strokes more quickly so that
And
you.
more fluidly. That's true, Julie.
Mhm.
That's a good use for it.
Because there's a lot of things that if with practice you they become more realistic, that kind of thing.
Okay,
No,
this
not often. Have lots of sketchbooks now. Yeah, that's the I have lots of sketchbooks.
well, I have
I
to admit I
don't
bought it
tend to
more
paint.
for the novelty of it than anything.
Yeah, I don't tend to paint in my sketchbooks. That's one of the things I want to try to do more of
Oh, I need
is
to
use
show you
paint.
something. Um, well, it's in the house.
And
Um,
and you're not going to run in and get it for me to
okay,
show
I'll
it
run in
to
and
me?
get it. I'll run in and get it. Be back in a sec.
Okay. See? She knew she should have toted all that stuff to the shed. Hi, Kathleen. Yeah, Lori, I would think that anyone that wanted to do, to paint, but like she said, it would be kind of a meditative thing, and you definitely wouldn't have to worry about messing up your painting. It's like, oh, I messed it up. Well, it's just going to dry and go away. So, ouch. That was not pleasant. I poked myself with the pin. Well, that one's got one more page to go too. Have to find what I'm going to do to it. Oh, I know exactly what I'm going to do to it. Oh, I've got it right now. We will put some of these leaves that Lisa gave me on this page. How about that? Hmm. And then that page would be done. Except it sort of needs something over here, doesn't it? Well, maybe. Yeah, it needs something right in there, but I think I could have some ideas. Ooh, a big Walmart bag.
Yeah.
Mmm. Mmm. Ooh.
This is like giant sketchbook, but it's from the B paper company
Uh-huh.
and it's mixed media paper.
I saw those. You got that at Walmart, didn't you?
Uh-huh. And it has
I
120 sheets in it.
and I think I saw that
Hannah
when
got one of their sketchbooks
mhm.
and she really liked it. And so she was going back to get the mixed media paper because she wanted to use a little bit of watercolor or ink tints or whatever
Yeah.
along
Mhm.
with her sketches. And and so I decided I would get one too because I thought it would be fun to I could use this paper in journals or whatever. It's pretty sturdy paper though. It's pretty stiff. Um but anyway, it's I don't like working in something this big as a sketchbook, but the paper tears out.
Yeah.
It's perforated, and that's a lot of mixed media paper for
Yeah, it is.
$13.
And
So
it was they were really reasonable prices.
yeah, it was
So,
13.95, I think.
yeah.
So I thought that was a good price for that much paper, even if I don't want it as an actual sketchbook. But they have a sketchbook too that has like 150 pages or something like that. I can't remember. And it was a
Yeah,
little
they
bit
were
cheaper than the mixed media.
yeah, they were pretty reasonable. I can't remember when I had to go. I had to go to Walmart for mom. I was getting a shower curtain or something, that kind of things for the apartment. So it's had to be the 2 or 3 weeks ago, towards the first of the month, when I had to go in Walmart. And I happened to walk through their craft department. So,
Sherry said she made her own books with that paper and she thought it was a good price too.
yeah. I'll be
So you
right
like the
back.
paper, Sherry? Have you done mixed media stuff on it?
Janice, hi Janice. Janice ordered some Halloween napkins, 100 in a pack. It's quite bulky.
I bet.
Oh, that came out really good. Now
Yeah,
it'll probably dry a little bit lighter than that, but that's really awesome.
yeah. I don't know if it'll be much lighter. It's this walnut ink,
Uh huh.
and I would really like to find some more of that. Um, I think you can still find it on Amazon, but
Mhm.
woo! I put this in here,
Uh huh.
and it's
Oh.
mostly there. Yeah,
Uh huh.
that I did not expect.
Janice, it was called BEE. She's asking about the brand B paper. B
Be
paper company.
fired. Be paper company.
Mhm. And but I noticed them the other day that they had that mixed media paper, and I was like, "Wow, that's a lot." I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see about getting a stamp. I think.
Okay. It was also they also have a watercolor. pad, and I don't know how good that paper is, but it was like 50 sheets for $10 or something like that. So, hi Kathleen. Fold the pages and make signatures. Exactly what I was thinking, Lori. Yeah. But you could use them for a lot of things other than working in the book. And I don't particularly care to work in a book like that, so I probably will use them other ways, but
Yeah, I'm not fond of working in a great big book like that. I prefer to work on single pages, so I probably would too. Oh.
trying to dry off some of this.
Okay.
But I think that's beautiful, just like that. I don't think I'm going to do anything else to it.
That is really a pretty page.
So, I think this is one of the first mixed media things I ever bought back in 2015 when I was just, or 2016, I guess, when I was just barely starting doing any of this stuff. And I've got it in, I was like a set of 4 colors. And when I've tried to replace them, the one I really want to replace is terracotta and eucalyptus. The eucalyptus is a dark green, and I haven't been able to find the eucalyptus. But anyway, this one's walnut is the color of this one. But anyway, it's really pretty.
Thank you, Renee. Just a minute, and I'll get them back out, and I'll explain. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Um, where they came
And we can't
from.
see what you're doing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go.
I just stamped there. Um, these. Okay, this is a Stampin' Up set that here recently, Picola. Um, she it's that's Helen from. She's from near here, and she and I went to this crafters garage sale, and this is a Stampin' Up set, and near as I can tell, they had never. Well, that one might have been used, or I might have used it. I'm not sure. I don't think they'd ever been used, and I did not pay $7 for this set. I think I paid maybe $1 or $1.50 for it.
That
But
was
I
a great deal.
knew, oh yeah, it was a good deal because I don't need stamps. But I knew I would use these.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. I knew I would use these. Now this
Well, there's so
set,
many ways you can use them.
yeah. Um, this set, for some unknown reason, my mother had those, and I had these.
Hmm. So
Okay.
who stole
So
from
my
who?
yeah, my guess is that they came from a friend of mine's mother had stamps and no money, and so I bought at one time while we were in Nebraska. I bought boxes and boxes of her stamps, to try to help her out, and I didn't pay a lot for them because I couldn't afford a lot. So my guess is I got this little package. They are from Hero Arts. And actually, Julie found these. Just a minute. Let me just take the piece of paper out. Ah, okay. Julie found these online. They're called Blooming Borders, is what this set is called, and she found them. They still you can still get them online. The other set is from Stampin' Up, and it's called Long Stemmed, and it's from 2000. So you'd have to find, probably eBay or someplace like that for that one. But my guess is what happened is I wanted these two, and Mom wanted some flower stamps or something, and I handed her those, and she may or may not have ever used them. Who knows? But it's two sets that I really like. So I mean, I have tons of rubber stamps, tons and tons and tons of rubber stamps.
Barbara, do you have a wrench? Can you put the link in to those walnut inks? Because I want to be able to go find them on Amazon. Well, if you found them, probably I can find them, but I'm lazy. Well, it only, came through a little bit on the edges.
Oh yeah, that's not too bad.
So I thought since I had put some paper in each of those tea bags, I thought it would probably be okay. So I'm glad it was.
Yeah.
Because I really did
Barbara,
kind of soak it.
it might have been
That's
too long to
okay. I'll
post.
find them later.
Okay. Well,
It's
because
been a long time since I actually looked for them, so thank you.
and I think she has a wrench, but I wouldn't want to make any guarantees to anything these days. Okay, where is my tear ruler? Oh, did it go to Never Never Land too? Yep, it went to Never Never Land. Okay, since Karen is here, Karen, Lisa has a really cool tutorial for making your own tear ruler from $1 plastic ruler. Just so you know.
Hi, Dana.
Hi, Dana. Yeah, garage sales. You can find stamps at garage sales. I do not need rubber stamps. That is for sure. But the day we were at that sale, it was really hard to pass them up because there was so many really cool rubber stamp sets, and they were very inexpensive.
Oops, nope. And can't find that page. Anyway, I'll look for them later. Thanks for trying, though, Barbara. Okay, I'm just going to set this aside and let it dry.
Walnut ink sprays. There's a package of mini sprays for $20. Okay. Okay.
Well, I don't know where I put the. Where did I put my pages?
Well,
Seriously,
Sherry, I didn't use a rose because I've already used my tall rose, but I think this will. How does that look? I think that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
However, are these too white?
I think so.
Do you think they're too white? Okay.
I think they're pretty like that, but I would probably do something to them.
Okay. Well, we're going to see what happens. There. How's that one?
Yes, I like that better.
Which is fine because I was going to ink that paper on this piece I stamped anyways. So.
Well, I thought I had some stamps in this. Oh, here they are.
I recognize those. Those I brought home the same day I brought home um the other ones, I think.
Well, I haven't used them yet, so well,
Ooh, you haven't used them. Oh my.
I don't think so. I was thinking maybe I had used the dragonflies, but I'm not positive. But I want to use this flower, and I'm going to use these leaves instead of the leaves that came with it.
Mm-hmm.
No, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'll just use this whole set. Wouldn't that be fun?
Well, there you go.
My goodness.
Yeah, sometimes they stick something fierce. I've got a set that I got at Joann's that is it almost tore the plastic to get it off of there, which is fine with me. I'm okay with that, but it was interesting getting it off of there.
I think I'm going to.
Someday I'm going to sit and stamp out a whole bunch of different images on this brown paper because I really like that brown paper. Then I don't have to
Is
get up and go hunt the stamp set.
yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
That's just that uh,
Painter's paper.
painter's paper. Yeah, this stuff that comes in a roll.
Yeah,
Mine's lighter weight than yours though. That
yeah,
green
it
stuff
is.
you've got is much nicer. This is much thinner.
But sometimes the thinner is nicer.
Yeah, for it's really nice for pages.
Maybe
When
for
you want to,
painter's tape, thinner's not nicer, but for what we do with it, thinner sometimes is nicer.
well, I don't know. They just put it down along the edges of the trim and stuff to protect the floor. So I
Okay,
will tell you that
this
my hubby looks worn out and he sounds worn out.
is not drying. Well, I hope he's resting.
I think he's in the chair. I think he cleaned up and did the I gotta get myself clean enough to sit in the chair.
Yeah.
Luckily, it has cooled down. It was 56 outside when we got up this morning.
Yay.
Yeah, it was fairly warm when I went out to I have been so bad and my poor garden. I've let peppers actually rot on the plant because I not taking care of things and that's just irritating to me. It's like letting vegetables go bad in the refrigerator. Yes, Sherry, tracing paper. I like to use uh um um tissue paper. I like using tissue paper. I am not fond of stamping on napkin backs. I know a lot of people do that, but I'm not fond of it, so I don't do it. And I have tissue paper coming out my ears, so I'm fine with tissue paper. But stamping on tissue paper, um, you can put the images into a collage very nicely. It might show up a little bit more than a napkin back, but I just like stamping on it better. And if you use a permanent ink, like the archival ink or like stays on ink, then you can Mod Podge that stuff down and it's really nice. So yeah, the napkins can be very fragile, plus they can bleed a little bit. Thanks, Brenda. I'm really liking them. Just let's
Thanks,
back this up a
Brenda.
little.
Hi, Beth.
Oh, hi, Beth.
The spray walnut ink is the brand, I think. Well, it says Imagine. That would be the other thing. ImagineCrafts.com is the website they give. But like I said, I've had this for probably 6 years. So
Look, I finished another whole folio.
yay.
Ta-da! I mean, I've got a few things here and there that's going to have like one page done, but I'm getting there. It it's getting there.
It's getting there. That's me
I
too.
wanted to. I'll bring you back in. I wanted to stitch on this one, and the stitching. Let me bring you in really close. Okay, so I wanted to stitch around this bird like that. Well, but I
Uh-huh.
couldn't stitch it down because this is on the other side.
Right.
So I stitched around this piece and now I'm going to stick it down. Thanks, Sherry. Yeah, I've kind of had to do the stitching I've been doing on here. I've kind of had to do a little of kind of think it through here and there. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So, and I'm really enjoying the thread nests. And now I have,
Yeah.
I have 60 or so probably 150 bobbins full of thread that I'm probably going to need to empty. So I will have a lot of thread for thread nests. Even if I run out of the little baggie that Mom gave me.
Bye, Karen. She has to
Bye,
go
Karen.
babysit the fur grandbabies.
Ooh. Okay. I think I've finished all my gluing from all of the stitching that I had to do. And this page looks kind of empty, so it may need something. I'm not sure what it needs, but I think it needs something.
Yeah, I always save mine too, Janice, because you'll find something to use them for.
Maybe some butterflies. That might be something that would work as some butterflies. So I just think it looks a little empty. This page is fine, but this page is a little empty. And I think I cut some butterflies out last night. I didn't talk much last night because I was too tired, but I did do a little fussy cutting. Now, if I can just find them, that will be the next problem. Okay, that's the pile from last night. Yes, Janice, I always keep the napkin bags to use for different things, even if it's just to wipe up my uh, mat when I'm cleaning up. Oh, I found this cute bird. Oh, that bird might be cute.
That
I
bird
might
is
use,
very cute.
maybe I'll use that bird instead of butterflies. Let's see what we can do with this bird. Okay. I also have some little strands of this. Which might be too many strands. Okay. Kind of like that, but it needs to be tied up. You gotta tie it up with something. Okay, where's my green stuff? Why is that page over there? Who knows? I got pages everywhere here. Okay.
Okay. I think that's all I'm going to do on that page.
Oh, that's pretty.
I used the
What did you
pink that I
call it?
had watercolored, and then I
Uh-huh.
used black ink for the flower and used green ink for the leaves and what is it, garden patina for the dragonflies. And then I
Okay.
just drew around them so you can see them better.
Okay. That came out really pretty. I just wanted these tied where I can make them kind of stay down. That they're gonna go right there, and that bird will go right there.
Thank you, Kimberly.
Yep, I think that's good. I'll make that. Okay, I searched for those stamps on Hero Arts online shop and I don't have them, so you will need to try and find them in other places. But I know that last time we played with those, Julie, that we did find them somewhere. So,
eBay might be a
yeah,
place.
because they're not new by any means. They're definitely older stamps. I don't know if it says. There, that makes me happier with that page. You getting tired?
Oh, my arm's hurting. I'm trying to decide if it would be better to just take it off. I
Well,
can't
honey,
decide.
do we need to quit?
No, let's I mean, I would be hurting even if I was in the house. I'm just going to take it off for a little while, and
Okay.
if it gets worse, I'll put it back on. Wearing it was kind of an experiment anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
But it feels like I don't know if you can see how puffy it is right there.
Yep. Mhm. You might want to
But
try a compression glove um if you can find one because just simply because it would hold that stiffer possibly. But
yeah,
you
well, I'm willing to try it if I can find one. I'll look and see what I can find.
I think we got Jeff's at, yeah, like Julie says, it's inflamed for sure. I think we got the last one I got was Walmart. So you know what? I just almost want to start another glue book.
Yeah. Well, when I
I
bought
love
those,
this.
that was exactly what I thought about using it
Um,
for, because I like the
and
landscape kind of.
I was going to say, the others are all vertical. This one is landscape, and I'm thinking, oh, that's going to be so cool.
Yeah.
Every time I look down at these, because the stuff I got out of your box Sunday is still sitting right here.
Well, that's where it would be at my house too.
Okay, so that page is done. So now I got to do something to this page. I don't know what.
Well, I don't know what either, but I'm in the mood to use this Fern stamp, so I'm going to put it on here in multiple places, and then I'll
Mm.
decide if I want to add something else.
Mm-hmm.
I can mostly do it with my other hand.
What color is that? That's a pretty color on the thing.
It's library green.
Ooh. It does not look that dark on there. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay.
Okay, Barbara, thank you.
All right. That came in Happy Mail. Now, who sent me that?
That's really cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
But I'm trying to remember who sent it. Whether it was Janice or Brittany. Look at here's another one.
Yeah. Those are really pretty.
Okay, does somebody want to own up to having sent me this little pile right here that I don't remember who sent it because I'm very bad. I'm thinking maybe Janice sent it. There's one like this.
Brittany says it wasn't her.
The paper, not me. So it might have been Janice.
Oh, Lori, you're such a sweetheart. Thank you.
Oh, that's so sweet. I don't have those kinds of sprays. I have a lot of sprays, um, and I don't use them, which is very very bad because I really think they're pretty. Brittany says the paper wasn't hers, so I feel really bad that I don't remember who sent this little pile of paper. I have it over here beside me. It might have been, it might have been Maria, from Finland. No, the Netherlands,
Sana?
from the Netherlands. Pardon?
Oh, I don't know Maria from the Netherlands, so I was thinking maybe it was Sana from Finland when you said Finland, but
No, I'm thinking because it might have come. This might have come with the some of the ugly fabric.
okay.
Yes, Julie, that Fern stamp is fabulous. We
It's a
each have
Hero
one.
Art stamp. I got
Hmm.
these at Hobby Lobby when they were 75% off for 274, and they happened to have two of them.
And
So I got them both.
she knew I wanted this one. This one lives on my table.
Yeah, it lives right here beside me too because I love it.
Hmm. Yeah. There are certain stamps that actually live on the table. So
I think for today, that's all I'm going to do to that page because I like being able to see the coffee and tea. I mean, the
yeah,
stuff
I think
behind
that's
it,
gorgeous like that.
and that's in the tea bags are the main point. So,
Okay, Lori, Lisa, read her note, please. I I think she did.
about the ink, Barbara, I did read it, and I told her she was a sweetheart. If that's the one you're wanting me to read, thank you though, because I could have easily missed it, but I didn't.
See this little piece of paper right here?
Uh
It's
huh.
too pretty. It's too pretty. I'm not going to want to throw it away.
Nope, it needs to go like on the edge of a page in the
Mhm.
back, with collage stuff all added to it.
Mhm. Yep. See. So, but I can leave it on my table for my Sunday book, for my little book on Sunday. So now I used a little piece like that right here,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and it came out so cute just right there. So you never know, I might still
that,
use it in this book.
yeah. That's okay, Barbara. I appreciate the help because you never know whether I'm going to see things or not. So
Oh well, and I miss a lot in chat, um, and especially when my eyes are tired because I can't see both things, and I have to keep putting glasses on and taking glasses off and switching glasses around. Okay. Okay, I really like that, but it's gonna have to have something to go with it. Just is so maybe I have one of those butterflies that would go good. When I have butterflies in this stuffs that I've got, those are dragonflies, and I'm thinking maybe a butterfly.
in which stuffs?
These little wood pieces things.
Oh yeah.
But I also have some other birds, which another bird might be nice too. So I'll have to look to see which ones I like best. I thought I had two packages of butterflies though, but apparently I didn't get two packages of butterflies. Ouch! I haven't. Oh, that's pretty. I have to tell you that I brought home a gigantic quilt piece from mom's that there's no way it can ever be put on a bed because it's falling apart already.
That's the way this one was. There's holes all in it.
Uh-huh. And but
Yeah.
I can't let it go anywhere. It's going to have to live in my art
Yes. I think that's
somewhere.
marvelous. And that's one place where people like us
Mhm.
see worth in things other people would think, "Well, that's just pathetic. I have to throw that away. It's just worthless."
Yeah.
Um
When the girls were here today picking up all the stuffs, um one of the things is that Marsha's friend that came with her to help her um looked up in my studio and saw all of my books up there because guys I have um, there's 24 by 12 I think uh up high above the windows, this far down, 10 inches down from the ceiling, I have 36 feet of shelving up there that's covered with books. And that's not all the books I've got. And
Those
she
are
looks
just
up
your
there and she
studio
goes,
books.
yeah,
I
those are
mean,
just
that's
my,
not all of
well,
your studio books, but those are all studio books.
yeah, they're all studio books. They're all books for tearing up, all books for cutting up. And she looks up there and she goes, oh, yes, I love books. I love to read. I read like 4 books at a time. And I'm going, okay, you're not going to like me very much, but all of those are books I can cut up. It's like, okay. So it's like, all of those are books that are likely going to get cut up.
Yeah. I love books too. And I remember, I mean, all my life I was taught how you treat books. And I
Yeah.
taught my kids how you treat books. You
Hmm.
treat them gently, you take good care of them, they're important. And I remember both of my kids just cringing the first time I tore up a book.
Yep.
And I cringed too, to be honest. It gets easier, um when we think of it's not, I mean, okay, I have a lot of books that are just pretty. They'll never, not something I would ever read. They're just
That's
pretty books. And so their only use, if I don't tear them up, is to set on a shelf and look pretty. And I've got a bunch of them that are doing just that. They're just
hmm
sitting on a shelf looking pretty. I can look around my craft room out here and just see all these gorgeous books. But sometimes some of them, are like old encyclopedias or old law books or old things that you wouldn't read, but they're just beautiful books. Um, and but they work good in the kinds of things we do. So they get a new life when their old life is kind of over, really.
well,
They're imparting information life is pretty much over.
90% of what I've got up there came from the library book sale at $5 a bag. And if I hadn't bought them, likely as not, they would end up in the trash.
Yeah. I know when Ethan
So
worked at the library, um, he was he he told me that's when he decided that maybe me tearing up books wasn't such a terrible thing
yeah,
because he said we throw away dumpsters full of books.
yep, hmm
And if he saw something that he thought I would like, even if it was torn up, he would go ahead and bring it home because he knew that had flowers on it or it had some page I might like or the paper was just really cool and old.
uh
He would
huh,
go ahead and bring them home instead of putting them in the dumpster. But he didn't do that very much because they didn't really want you to do that very much. They have, it's some kind of recycling rule. I don't
yeah,
know if that whole dumpster goes to recycle because they don't put any trash in there. They only put books and cardboard.
hmm,
Um, so it may be some kind of rule. The library recycles so many books. I don't know,
yeah,
but sometimes he would bring home books, or if it was one he particularly loved and it was torn up, he would say, "Do you think you could do something with this?"
yeah. Kimberly's making a full moon page. I have to ask you a question. Now it doesn't have to be this bird, but this is the bird I sort of pulled out. Do I do this bird or do I put a butterfly in here?
Well, if you're asking me, I say butterfly.
Okay.
The bird's pretty too, but the butterfly just, it looks like it belongs there to me.
Belongs there. Okay. Well, that's kind of how I felt. The bird didn't look right. So, except for new junk journaling existed. Yeah, the books you got rid of before your new junk journaling existed. That's true. Um,
I have some books I got at the old library books at the library book sale, and I had like 20 of them. When I bought them, I bought all of them, and there were like 20 of them. And
mm-hmm.
they were the congressional record from
Hmm.
1932.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of years before I started doing this stuff, I was like, I really need bookshelf space. And I donated them to the thrift store, all but 2 of them. I kept 2. So I only
Oh,
have 2 of those books. Um,
uh,
and I was like, "Oh, man, those pages," and they were hilarious to read because they were word for word what went on in Congress. And we
oh,
opened up one and they were talking about, try trying to make a law where you couldn't color margarine to make it look like butter because it was, misadvertising or something. But
yeah,
that was something that was important enough Congress was in on it, you know.
yeah.
Anyway, the arguments about that were hilarious to read, but
I wouldn't doubt it. Uh-huh. Okay.
okay, I think I need a few buttons right in here because this is already standing off the page, so I can
Yeah.
put some buttons.
Kimberly agreed with you with as far as the butterfly went. So
Oh, good.
I sort of thought butterfly too, but I just, okay. I can hear those buttons just clinging around.
Yep,
I
yep.
told you I found some really cool buttons in Mom's button drawer, didn't I?
Yes, you did. You
It's
haven't shown
so
them to me yet, but you told me.
well. It's because I'm not sure exactly where they're at.
Well, that I understand.
I took them out of the drawer and put them in a box because we were removing the dressers. But I really and truly do not know. Oh, um, what was I going to say? I forgot. Oh well, doesn't really matter. I guess it's like can't remember. But yeah, I found butterfly buttons and I found a fairy button and Barbara says she used to subscribe to the Congressional Record. That thought takes her back. Uh huh.
Well, these were huge books. I mean, they were probably 12 by 16 or something. They were big books. Um, Sometime maybe I'll haul one off the shelf and bring it out and show it to you. But right now, they're not in a place where I can get to them because there's stuff in front of them.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of like if we didn't have a TV remote. Yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay.
Well,
Uh-huh. Yeah, Jeff went to watch a movie the other night. I'm sure it took quite a bit to get hold of the HDMI cable. Okay, how about that? I think I finished another folio. Yes. All right. Okay.
all right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think adding these little metal beads in there will be fun too. They came off of a shirt.
Oh
These
yeah, that's
buttons are
cute.
all buttons I harvested off some clothes I threw away.
I started to tell you one of the things. Okay, we get Mom moved upstairs and up to her apartment and everything, and I'm over there, doing stuff. Uh, One day she had a wall hanging that she had embroidered. It's very complicated embroidery where it's like in tiles. She embroidered these 5 by 7 sections, and then it had to all be sewn together, and it's
Yeah.
really a complicated piece. Anyways, it had hung above their bed in the front bedroom, and it was hanging on the wall. It was so filthy from hanging there for 30, 40 years. I don't know how long it's hung there. Anyhow, she wanted that in her apartment. I said, "Well, Mom, I've got to take it home and wash it first." So I had taken it home and washed it. And then I don't want to put holes in her wall. So I had put up some command hooks. And, anyways, that was the day I did a whole bunch of odds and ends like that. got things plugged in for different stuff like that. So I'm there, and she goes, "By the way, do you know where my did I give you the button box?" Okay, so this is a button tin. It's about 9 inches. It's a metal tin like a fruit cake would come in, by about 2.5, 3 inches deep. That's like that. And I'm like, "You're worrying about this when there are drawers filled with buttons. You're worrying about this tin." "Did I give you the button tin?" I said, "No, Mom. I'm quite sure you didn't give me the button tin." She said, "Well, I don't know where it's at." So the next time I go over to the house, I walk in the sewing room, and the bloody thing is sitting right on top of her table, right in the middle of the floor. Right there, right in front. It's like, "Okay, I guess she doesn't know where it's at." I was like, "Okay, I don't know." All right, that folio's finished. So that folio's finished. And this folio's finished. Oh, and that folio needs one more page. So we gotta do this one. Mhm. Let's see here. Let's see. What can we do to that page? Oh, I know what I want to do. I want one of those pictures from that other book.
Brittany says it's almost time for Hobby Lobby for her.
Oh, how about that?
I just realized I still have this Hobby Lobby gift card um that Helen's gave to us.
You know what? I bet I have it too. I don't think I've used it.
Well, we need to
Hmm.
go to Hobby Lobby and we need to see what we can each get for that $10 gift card and show everybody.
I don't know if I've used it or not.
Uh,
Now the
hmm.
ones Jeffrey gave me gift cards for Christmas last year from Hobby Lobby, Michaels, and Joann's, and I still have Joann's ones left. I just haven't, been in Joann's and had anything I really wanted to buy.
Well, I
But
just might
I
have been sitting out here. If it was in my wallet, I probably would have used it by now. But
I wonder if I put it in my if I did and have already used that one from Helen. I would have thought I'd have told her what I got though,
yeah,
because I would have wanted to say, "This is what your special present got me."
yeah, exactly. You probably have it somewhere.
Yeah, I probably do. I haven't a
Okay.
clue where. Okay, I want a picture or something for that, or somewhere. But I'm thinking I want one of those from that one of those Time Life books. And I think those pictures are all over on the other side of the room, of course. Of course, of course. Oh, Jeff, would you mind getting me some tea?
Okay. This is some of my hand spun that I'm gonna put in these buttons. I'm not gonna sew them on. I'm um just gonna tie little knots or bows or something because I need to use it instead of just having it sitting around.
I'm sorry, it's such a mess in here. Thank you, hon. Okay. Laura says gift cards burn a hole in her pocket. Well, I haven't been shopping hardly at all.
Well, and I think when she gave those to us, we were in a no spending thing, and so I
Yes,
was saving it.
but more importantly, I was gone away from the world for a while.
That's
Kind of
true.
thing. Um, I was not home where I could have spent it. because we were not near any Hobby Lobbies or Michael's or any of those places for a while. That might be fun.
Okay, I think this is going to take a little while.
You think?
Yeah, I think this is going to take a little while.
I might put this one down there and this one up there. Let me look at some more. Thank you, honey. I appreciate it.
I have all these little bits of, that are left on one bobbin after I apply my yarn, and
Mm-hmm.
I just roll them up and
And then you have them to do fun things with. Yep. That's
yeah. And this is my leftovers from your skein of yarn.
Ooh, so you're using it in there. How fun.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not showing you what I've been looking at. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, I kind of like that one. Yeah, kind of like that one. Let's cut that one out and see. I always hate. It's always so hard to decide which side, which side, which side. I don't want to tear them all up, but at the same time, it's like, oh, I don't want to lose that one. I don't want to lose
Yeah.
that one. Okay, where did that piece of paper go? There it is, right there.
Guess I could come down a little bit closer. Not that it's really exciting to watch me tie little bows and on buttons, but at least you could see what I'm doing.
Yeah, and I know it's you don't have a lot of that thread, but if it were me, I'd have been making the longer pieces and not trying to get a tiny piece used.
Well, the first couple I did. This one I just cut.
That was what was left, right?
Yeah, here's one that's a little bigger, so it will be easier to use.
Okay, Julie. Okay, let's see here. There, Lisa. I
Yeah, I
used my
like that.
I used all but my little piece, one little piece.
All right.
Mhm.
We
Yep.
can save it for something else.
Yeah. Um. Okay, come on out of there. But I think I'm going to glue these papers down. But I think I'm going to sew around that before I glue it down. just because, you know. Plus, of course, I have to ink that.
All right. And I have more of that. Where'd I put? Oh, here it is. Okay.
I still haven't decided what I'm going to do about my cover. I thought I had a plan, and I cannot remember what the plan was. For the life of me, it just kind of, you know, whatever, because you were working on your cover that day, and I was like, I really don't know for sure what I want to do, but then it seemed like I had this idea, and I was gonna make a plan, and I thought, okay, I'll do this, and I will like that, and
Well, you will either remember it or you'll come up with something better,
well, yeah, I suppose.
or at least equally as good.
But Janice has never been in Hobby Lobby yet. Too tempting, and a ride to the next town over where traffic is bad. Should be a tea box, right? Well, maybe, I don't know. Okay, that did not go down well. It was crooked, and we can't have it that crooked. There we go. My stitching on the other side is crooked, so that's okay. All right. Oh, yeah, I'm going to like that. But I think we need to ink this piece. And we're going to stitch around it before we glue it down. Come on, we got to ink you up and make you grungy.
Okay, I'm thinking all those little bows look silly because they kind of take away from the buttons. Maybe just one or two of them need to have bows.
Yeah, they do kind of take away from the buttons.
I think I'm going to leave that one because it's big.
Yeah.
And I'm going to leave that one because the thread's really skinny.
Mm-hmm. The stores we have sound awesome. Honestly, they're all the same, Julie. That's the thing. For the most part, they don't carry a lot that's different. That now, Dick Blick, that's a pretty awesome store. Although I go in there, I did spend quite a bit of money in there last time I went. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to stitch around that with my thread, so that will finish that page. And once I do that, that folio is done too. So, okay. I got to put it like this so that I know to stitch around it. All right, so that one's done. That one's done. Oh, this one's got. Okay, those two done. I think those are all done. This one has one piece right here not done. Hmm. I wonder if I have one of these that's little that would fit in there. I do.
Okay, I got this. Of course, Lisa. Just put it on upside down.
Barbara says we don't have anyone anywhere close to her either, so she's never been to Hobby Lobby either.
Well, it's
I don't
probably
know about it.
safer.
Yeah, the tea box is. Barbara or Lisa, can you show them your cover? Is it handy where you can show
Yeah.
them? Lisa already worked on her cover, and I really love it.
I made it
All right.
from a doubled file folder with tea bags glued all over it.
Uh-huh. And I think it's gorgeous. So I might do something like that, but that is not what I had in my head. For some reason, there's just whatever it was has escaped, which I'm going to have to figure it out pretty soon because I'm getting to that point. Lori says she's not sure if Hobby Lobby being near Hobby Lobby is a blessing or a curse.
I think it's probably both.
Yeah, it's probably a little of both. I'll tell you what, when they clearance stuff, it's yeah.
Well, when it's clearanced, you think, well, I got to have that. I mean, I
Oh
can't pass
yeah,
this
I
price up.
that's just yeah too. That's just, the price is too good. How many embossing thingies did we?
Yeah.
Uh huh.
And, we've used them, but
Not enough.
not enough. We need to do some more.
I think that needs a little something something to go with it. Hmm. Wonder if I have any of those little tabby things left. Well, I have that one. Oh, I have some more like that.
Trying to remember what I've glued and what I haven't.
Okay.
One more, and I think I'll have this glued. It's funny how, even, I mean, definitely it's a little easier to think of the fact that, Australia and the US wouldn't have the same stores.
Yeah.
Um, but, still, you tend to, it feels like our world has gotten so small because we all see each other on the internet and everything that, and McDonald's is everywhere. So you think, well, surely Walmart and Sam's are everywhere. And then you think, well, Hobby Lobby or Michael's should be everywhere, and they're not. But even, in the United States, not everybody has access to those things. And when you live in a big enough city that you got it, you just don't think about the fact that not everybody has that.
Well, when we were in Moab, I thought surely there'd be a Walmart in Moab. But Moab's a pretty, busy town with everything that's there. There's two national parks within 20 miles. And they're not everywhere. They weren't there and it was a long way away to get to one. So, it was interesting. Of course, when we were in South Dakota, we didn't have Walmart. Well, we had a Walmart when we after the first year we had a Walmart. Okay, I think that that's going right there like that. And I'm going to sew around this and sew that on. Yeah, before I put it together. So there's that.
I want to do something fun on here. I think it should be something sewing-ish. Just cause why not? But I'm not sure what.
Oh yeah, and I love it when they put books in the free bin. One of the thrift stores puts books in their free bin. Um,
Maybe I'll put words up there.
this the glue is showing on that, and I don't like it, so I'm gonna have to do something about it. I don't know what yet.
Friendship often sneaks in through a door you didn't know you left open.
Oh, I like that one.
I do too. And it's
Um,
true.
yeah. Hi, Kathleen. Your favorite pastime if you have money. Scrapbookers Anonymous. I don't think I've ever been to one of those either, although I will tell you the scrapbook store in Benson was so much fun. Oh, that was a lot of fun. Okay, I have another one of those. Maybe what I should do
We had a
is
scrapbook store here for maybe 1 year, like 20 years ago. And it did not last. And um, part of the reason was because everything was so expensive in there when you could get the same thing over at Hobby Lobby.
right. Yeah.
If she had had different things you couldn't get somewhere else,
Yeah.
she
Um,
probably would have done well. But or
that was one of the
everybody
things
had a
about
creative memories person already.
right. Yeah. That was one of the things about the store at in Branson where Rhonda works. Uh, there was so much I had never seen before. So much. Now, granted, there were some things that were, like the other stuff that we see all the time, but not much of it. It was mostly stuff I had never seen. Um, okay, so that does not quite make it for me. Okay, maybe what I'll do is just stitch something on there. Maybe a button. Maybe a button would go good there. I'm going to
Uh-oh.
put a giant button there. Hmm, that's kind of cool.
Well, that was uh, started out unintentional, then I had to make it intentional. So, but I think it looks okay. It's just not part of what my plan was.
Okay, did you read Janice's comment? Janice, the ideal thing I wish every town had was those idea stores which have arts and crafts to recycle. Crazy Rebecca has one near her, and it's just awesome. I've heard about those. I've just never seen what they had.
I've never even heard of them. It sounds wonderful.
Um, I like that one better.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of like that. That might do it. That might be happy with that. Let's see if we can clean this button up a little bit. And I'm gonna have to stop pretty soon. I can't sit
Well,
in this chair much longer.
I will be ready to stop when you are.
Okay. Well, maybe what I will do is do a. Um, oh, that's a. Is that from one that little set
That you sent
that
me?
had the? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a cute leaf.
It is a cute leaf.
Oh, and the little tag. How cute. Okay, I'm gonna do a kind of a flip of all of the pages.
Alrighty.
So I'm going to, let's see, I need to see if there's enough room that you can see a flip of all these pages.
Well, go to big.
I will
Okay.
go to big, but I'm also going to see if I have to get close. That's as close as I can get though. Okay. So this one's not finished because what I'm going to do is stitch around that and stitch around that before I glue it on the page. But that's where that's going.
I
And what
like
I've
that.
been doing is clipping those together and then I'll clip them on the page. And this is the other side. And I was calling that done, but I'm not sure. This page looks a little blank, so I may have to do a little kind of background stamping or something on it later because for right now it looks a little empty. So, we'll see. Clip these back to this. By clipping these this way, when I go to stitch them, it kind of keeps it together for me. I kind of know where stuff's at. Then this one too is not glued down because I want to stitch around this before I glue it down, but it's going to go down like that. And I really liked how this page came out with the gold birds. And then that page looks like that. And this is just some string stitched down. And this is just hanging there because I like how it's hanging there. So that page will be done. This is my little notebook that I have to just stitch the pages into. And then it has coffee dye paper in it. And it will go in, there's a pocket. Just a minute, I was going to show you where it goes in, but I have to find that particular page. Must be up here. There it is. Okay. It will go in this big pocket right here. Right there. And this one, that's three-dimensional. It's kind of up off the page a little bit. That's this one. It's naked on the back. Not good. Naked page. And this one, I really like how this one came out. I really like how I stitched around that number. That was a last minute decision to
I think it's
stitch
very
around
cute. Yeah.
and stitch around the number,
Oh,
but I
can you
was
hold
so
on 1 second?
uh-huh.
Um, Janice, I didn't get an email from you. I just went and checked to make sure. And sometimes people put my email address in wrong. I'm going to write it down and show it to you, but sometimes people put D1C96.com and it's DLC96.com, but it's talk to me at DLC96.com. But I did just check it to make sure that I hadn't gotten it, and I haven't. Anyway, go ahead, Tanya, and I'll
Okay.
write it down so she can see it in a minute.
Okay. Well, and this one's naked on the back too. So I'll have to do something with those. But they have some nice outline places where I can put some stamping or something in. So it won't be hard to do. Um, let's see where we're at. This one goes like this. And I'm happy with the blank right there because you could write in that. This is three-dimensional on there. I just they're not bumped up real high, but they're kind of bumped up. And I think, yeah, it's pretty much naked on the back. So I got some pages still to work on. Um, this one, I really like how it came out. Um, I put this ruffle in going in instead of out, and I kind of did it on purpose because I kind of liked the way it covered up this little blank area that was there. So, um, and I just put it in with sewing. So, and then it's like that on the back, which I really think that page came out too. So that
Yes,
signature is
yes.
actually finished, not signature folio. And these came out real well. Let me find one that's real white so you can see the difference. I love these. I'm gonna have to go see about getting some more of these because they're actually getting used up pretty quick. But see the difference in the white one and just a little bit of ink on the other one.
What color ink did you use?
Coffee.
Yeah,
Um, the I didn't want the. I've been using coffee in this whole little book because I didn't want the sepia color in here.
yeah,
Even though this is maroony color, I've pretty much used the coffee each time.
yeah. I've been kind of surprised at how many different colors of ink I've used in here
Yeah.
because usually I
Um,
tend to stick to one.
the little bird just added so much to that page, and I just did a little twiny thing um, on that page. So that finished that one off. I had left it blank sort of in first place, but then it was too much blank. So there's
Yeah,
that, and then this one came out real. I really like this piece of paper there. It came out real nice.
they're all
So,
beautiful. I love them.
I'm not even done yet. So how
I
about that?
know, but I just
I'm
have to tell you.
this is just a little scrap that was laying there. I need to cut more of these out. I love this little skeleton leaf set. I just
Yeah,
need to get some more cut out. Um, and because see, I used a couple of them there.
yeah. I haven't seen those. Um, when I was at Hobby Lobby looking, they didn't have them.
I'm pretty sure I think that's the set I got you that I haven't sent you yet because I haven't sent your box.
Oh, okay, yay! I'll quit looking then.
I'm I will check after we get off and let you know. But I think that's the set I got you, and I just have been so bad about getting your box sent.
That's okay. That's not a
So
problem. You got way, way more important things to do.
well, I just got way more important, more busy things to do. Is the big thing is more busy things to do, and I get so tired. I'm so lazy at night. I really like how this came out.
Yes, I think that's adorable. I
So
do
that
want to
came.
do one of those, but I have not yet. So I've got to remember that before I fill up all my pages.
Mm-hmm. Um, and the little strips of tea bag that you had sewn a piece on or something, glued it on.
Uh-huh.
And I really love how those came out when I put those on there. So, um, and this folio's done too. So, and I'm liking the little thread nests under things, which
Yeah,
that's been a
yeah.
lot of fun.
I
And I
had a
have
whole little
baggie.
baggie full of threads to do that with, and I got some down on one page, and now I can't find my baggie.
Uh
I don't
oh.
know where I stuck it, but I stuck it somewhere out of the way, I guess.
And then this is just a little tag. It's just a little tag I did a while ago. It'll go in that one pocket. Just a second. Let me read.
Oh,
Thanks, Barbara. You spray adhesive? I don't usually use spray adhesive for many things. I did pick some up at Dollar Tree actually. Um, it was this kind because
You
Helen
got to
is
go
going to
back
help me.
to you because they can't see
Yeah,
this
no.
kind.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's I realized that. I picked this up at Dollar Tree because Helen had used it for something that Lisa and I have been wanting to do. We just haven't gotten it done. And so I did pick this up. Um, my mother used to use a washable spray adhesive a lot to adhere her embroidery fabrics to stabilizers when she was sewing. So, there's a real good reason for spray adhesives. I just don't use one, partially because I don't like smelling it.
Yeah, I've used it only a couple of times, and one time, I don't know if it was the adhesive or what I was trying to use it for, it just didn't even work. The other time, I have to do it outside, and so I don't
Yeah.
use it for that reason because of the smell and the spray. I just don't want to spray adhesive all over everything. Um, so I do that. I've done it a couple of times, but that's all. Um, anyway, Janice, this is my email address. So try it again, and see if I haven't gotten any I haven't gotten an email from you, but I would love to. Okay. Well, this is the one that let me bring this down. This is the one I just finished. And this is the other side. This one I had done last time, but I did this one today. So now that whole folio is finished. And I did these today. I really like these.
I love how that card just worked in perfectly.
It did. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful right there. And this is the other side of it. So there's two finished. Then I've got these. That's all I did today. The rest of these were before. I love the rusty bits. I'm glad I went
Yeah.
ahead and did that. That
Yeah.
was fun.
I love that page, those two pages.
Me
That's just,
too. These are my Mina pages. I mean, Mindy pages. My Mindy
I was
page.
going to say, Mindy sent those things, didn't she?
Yeah. And so there's three folios that are finished.
Janice said she just resent it. So,
Okay, I'll check in just a minute, Janice. I really like these flowers out of that ribbon.
yes, that ribbon is gorgeous.
So there's four. And then I've got this one. This is where I used the threads out of that baggie. And
Baggy, but now you have to hunt where they are.
yeah, yeah. And then
Yeah.
the back of that one's not done. And then I did this one. This is the one that has part of the fabric from my wedding dress. Not actually from the dress, but the fabric my wedding dress was made out of. Haven't done the back of that one. And then I haven't done anything on this one or this one
That one's really cool.
or
It's so
this one.
patchworky.
Yeah, I like the patchwork. I really,
Mhm.
oh, well, I've done that little, that was actually the first thing I did. Um,
Mhm.
so I've got one, two, three folios with nothing on them, and then one, two, two that need something on the back, and four that are finished. So,
Well, I have at least one that doesn't have anything on it, but I'm not even sure they're all here. I'm going to have to
so
go through and
I think barely beyond halfway.
Janice used to use spray glue on wasps when they get in the house. Stopped them long enough to eliminate them. There you go. Oh, Janice didn't have hairspray, so that's what she used. So I love how you used that piece of uh what do you call that? That piece of weaving that you did on that one
This
piece.
one,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a
Nice.
sample. a sample
Hmm.
of one of the first things I ever wove was some
Hmm.
dish towels, and that was the sample.
Thing. So,
Yeah.
anyways, guys, I don't see any reason why I won't be here on Thursday. Um, I'm going to the house tomorrow to work, but that I have to kind of stay out of the painter's way. So it'll all depend on what they're doing until next week. They told me I can work in the kitchen tomorrow without any problem. So I'm going to go try to clean the oven and a few things like that. So, but I don't plan on going over there on Thursday. I plan on working here in the morning. So should be here for 2 o'clock at Lisa's channel.
Hold on
So,
just a minute, Tanya. I'm still trying to find Janice's email. Um,
huh?
it's I looked at the one, where I have everything forwarded
Yeah.
to. I'm gonna go now and look at the that particular one and see
Julie
if
says
for
look in
some
your
reason it
junk
didn't get
mail.
forwarded. I
Yeah.
did look in my junk mail and it wasn't there, but I'm gonna look in my junk mail over here. Um, let's see if oh, there it is. It was in my junk mail. I don't know why it would come to my junk mail, but it was there, Janice. So I've got it, and I will reply as soon as we get in the next hour or so when I get off here and get things kind of cleaned up a little bit. I will. So I'm glad to know I got it. Sorry it went to my junk mail. I don't know why. That's weird.
Things just do that weird stuff sometimes.
Yeah, I mean it's sometimes it goes to your junk mail because it was something that somebody sent out to a bunch of people,
Right. Right.
or it's something that was sent out and came from your business address. But there was no reason that one should have got sent to junk mail. So
No.
anyway,
Mm-mm. Anyhow, guys, we'll see you on Thursday at Lisa's at 2 o'clock. And I'm so glad that you were here. I'm having so much fun with this book. I
me
really
too.
am. This has been a lot of fun to work with this book. So and I can't remember who all's making one of these, but I hope you're all having fun with it too.
I
So,
hope so
but
too.
we'll see you Thursday. Love y'all. Bye bye.
I love you. Bye bye.